Hello, I'm Councilmember Bill Farmer Jr., welcoming you to a jumbo edition of LexPlore today. Along with me is
Councilmember Kevin Stinnett, and you're watching the LexPlore for a Stinnett Minute.
That's it. I like that.
Well, you know, it has a ring to it. This is the first time ever, a jumbo edition of the council reports.
Yes.
And here we're at the brand new Fire Station number 2.
It's right behind us.
Now, it's leaving my old district on New Circle Road, and we're just moving down the street here in Eastland. What does this mean to your area, Councilmember Farmer?
Well, I think, you know, better insurance rates.
True.
But certainly the locality and the ability to have the station here, and this is a very well-picked space, in my estimation, and the firemen will make it part of their neighborhood. And there's great neighborhoods all around, both in your old district and in my current one. And I think it'll be a nice hub of activity here, besides providing great service to this part of the community, which has been left out for a little while.
It has, and you know, we bought this land back in 2007. It took us some time in the budget, of course, to build this station. It's supposed to be a regional station, so I think your point's well taken that it'll be an expanded service area.
Yes.
Hamburg obviously is a big part of that.
This is right there. It's right in the front door, literally.
And I think our folks in the administration have done a good job in budgeting this to get this on the books so that we can finally open it up here in a couple months, I hope.
Well, and you know, let's don't give short shrift to the antiquity that the current Station 2 is. I mean, it's the old county station that had county offices and the jail in it. I mean, it had everything.
That's right, police and fire in the old county. And so I think the men and women of fire will be tremendously pleased with this new station. And today we're going to give everyone a look at the new station, talk about how we got to this point, talk to our chiefs, let them tell you exactly what this new station will do, and hopefully we'll be here in a couple of months doing a grand opening.
We'll be right back.
And welcome back to LexPlore in a Stinnett Minute.
That's it.
We are pleased to have join us Assistant Fire Chief Reese, who's going to talk about a little bit about what this station means to the men and women of the fire department.
Nice to meet you, sir. Welcome.
And welcome.
Thank you. So is this kind of your first interview in this job or something?
It is in this job, yes.
Well, I'm glad for you.
Yeah, congratulations.
I mean, that's super.
Thank you very much.
So what was your previous post? What did you do?
I was the 1st Platoon Shift Commander.
And then now?
And now I'm the Assistant Chief of Operations.
Well, we're in the right spot with you, aren't we?
I believe we found it out. Yes, sir.
So this is sort of your baby you're going to see come to fruition over the next couple months.
Yes, sir.
So will the same crew come over here? Is this into now?
They will. What we'll bring to this station will be an engine, a ladder, an EC unit, and a district major. There'll be 13 people on each platoon.
Okay.
Total, we're looking at 39 people across the 3 platoons housed here.
24/7?
24/7, 365.
Now this bay we're standing looks a little bit bigger than just three apparatuses. So how many can this really hold?
It is. It can hold, depending on the apparatus length, we can get approximately 6 apparatus in here. We have a fleet of reserve apparatus that we need places to put those, and this will serve as that. The extra spaces will be for the reserve apparatus.
Well, that'd be great.
It'd be awesome.
So they'll stop them from weathering, or get them in a better position to use, or?
It does both. It gets them in out of the weather. Right now our fleet's sitting in the weather, deteriorating in the rain in the summers and the winter.
Heat and everything.
It stays in here. They can keep a closer eye on it. It's locked, secured inside the station. So it's security and keeps them in better shape, ready to respond.
Then will you keep anything outside, or just everything being here?
We have some outside stuff that may get brought here.
Rolled out
some trailers that we have auxiliary support stuff in. They may get locked in the back parking lot in trailers.
Well, that'll make headquarters a little bit easier to operate.
Our headquarters is we're crammed to capacity there, and they'll get some stuff out of there.
And that's Station 1.
Station 1 on 3rd Street. That'll free us up a little extra room there to do some other things.
I think that's great.
So before we talk about the inner workings of the building, tell us what area will this new station, because I know we put extra money in the budget to make it a regional station, as we talked about earlier in the show. So what areas will this cover?
There's regional. This is what we would call a hazmat house. All the companies in here are hazmat companies.
Really?
So, yes, so they will deal with a lot of hazardous materials out of this station.
So I guess that's very valuable for the interstate access,
It is.
New
We
Circle
get-
Road.
That's perfect. I agree.
The access is perfect to get on both interstates at the split, being just down the road and New Circle Road so close.
Well, that will be different, won't it?
It'll give them access all around the county.
And so what will happen to the old station number 2?
As of right now, we're going to use it for storage, to put some stuff in the store to get it out of the weather and
Oh, I guess
off the
it's, yeah, you can do
station-owned
that there.
property. We
Yeah.
can put it there and lock it
Yeah.
up, and of course we'll let the public know that it at this point will not be a functioning fire station. We'll put a sign up that it's not going to
Decommission, kinda?
function as a fire station, but we will use it for storage of our stuff.
Well, and I think the public knows it's been difficult for you all to get in and out of that station for years.
the way along.
The traffic has increased on New Circle Road. We've done some improvements over the last 10 years, but it's still difficult during rush hour to get out of that station and down New Circle Road.
It is.
Well, I know the men and women there won't be sad to see
They
it
will
go.
not be.
This is a beautiful station. So why don't you start telling us a little bit about what features this station has?
Okay. The station has, as far as from a new standpoint, it's all energy efficient with LED lights. We've put geothermal heat and
Yeah.
air in this building.
Wow, fabulous.
Most of our buildings now, of course, are running on gas, so that should save us tremendously in that.
Oh, yeah.
The thing that I really like about the
Yeah.
station is the bay doors.
The doors. Talk about
Yeah,
these
they're
doors.
unique. They're much
Doors,
different.
If you look at any other fire station in Fayette County, has a typical overhead door that comes up and down. We have a lot of accidents with those doors. They break. We've had crews that's not been able to respond because the doors are broken and they can't get out of the station.
Wow.
We have to have somebody come repair the doors
To get out?
to get out. Yes.
That's not a good thing.
No, it's never is.
But these are tall. This is a tall
Yeah.
door.
Tall
it's a
doors.
big door.
If these doors malfunction, there is a handle.
I see it. It hangs down
The
there.
handle hangs down.
Yeah.
All they have to do is get out and pull the handle. The door easily opens up, even as big and heavy looking as it is. You can open it with one hand. So they can manually open the door,
I just think
make
it's
the run, and
neat.
call somebody to come fix the openers on
great
the door.
apparatus.
Yeah, that's an important safety feature.
It is very important.
That's a
and
big
it's
improvement.
it's a
Well,
great
plus,
plan.
and this vantage point doesn't show it, but they will have the ability to pull in the back and through to the front.
Yes, these
So-
are pull-through bays, which alleviates
That's
the need
great.
of backing.
See, that's super.
A lot of our accidents happens with backing. We do use ground guides, but it's still hard to maintain.
Oh, this is a
360
big thing to push.
Oh, yeah, and the public can imagine trying to back in off
I
New
couldn't-
Circle
I
Road.
could not imagine
Very
that.
difficult.
Yes.
Very difficult. Now, it goes without saying, we have some big-ass fans. Are those the real big-ass fans
Those
up
are the
there?
real
They look
big-ass
like it.
fans, I believe.
Yeah, I see the logo.
Yes.
And then you're going to have a training area up there.
We have a training area. The platform here will be a workout station of the exercise equipment. And then to the left of that is somewhat of a miniature tower. The crews here will be able to use the ropes and rappel up and down the tower. They can put ladders in there, advance hose up and down the ladders to simulate using that on
Oh,
fire.
yeah,
ground.
that's pretty cool.
Yes, all kinds
Yeah,
of
mini training.
all kinds of neat training can be developed there.
Plus,
You even
you-
got the tankless water tank over here.
Tankless water
More
tank.
energy efficiency,
Yes,
more
sir.
savings.
And the tradition of firehouses is they've always had hose towers, and that's what we're simulating with the training area there is a hose tower, what would be in an old fire station.
Okay.
that's great. I think it's great.
So
Well done.
So now, we're looking at the locker bay. How many lockers will we have in here? Or will we be able to have eventually?
40.
You mentioned 30-something.
39.
30, I
Fi-
think 39 people. We're probably going to have 45. I don't know the exact number
Yeah.
of the lockers, but I would guess 45 to 50 lockers.
So tell us about the rest of the building. What else is in, or have we put in here that's not in other fire stations?
The station's wired throughout for the internet and for wireless connections. That's the big thing with the wiring that we've done. The doors and the heaters in the bay, the heat in the bay comes on and off with the doors. If the doors open, the heat shut off.
Shuts off.
If the,
Oh, that's pretty
if,
smart.
if the doors are closed, the
Yeah.
heat comes on. If these doors are open, everybody likes the neighborhood fire station and the doors being open.
I think it's a great thing.
But in today's time, we have to worry a little bit about the safety of our people,
And the-
So if the bay
Absolutely.
doors out
Tools,
here, it's
equipment.
that opening feeling to come in the station, but the actual access doors into the rest of the station, they lock with these doors being open. So that it gives the crews a little bit of protection. Somebody
Sure.
just can't walk
Just from walking
on it.
in.
Yes. If the bay doors are shut, these doors are unlocked, so it gives them free access throughout the station. It's amazing at how the station is wired, how smart it is.
Pretty smart building,
It's
isn't it?
very smart.
Yeah, technology, amazing.
It is. And then throughout the building, you have a an access room here that the public can come into.
Okay.
If something's going on, to get them out of the weather while somebody gets to answer the door. They come inside, ring the doorbell, we can come buzz them in the station. All fire stations have a typical floor watch area
Yeah.
to where they sit
So
and answer
this
the
will
phones.
function as a safe space area then?
That could be considered a
Okay.
safe space. Yes, they can get in and out of the weather. The floor watch area is right beside that through the glass, so whoever's there can see them come in. And if the person's out of the floor watch, they can open and let them in. The kitchen.
Yeah, let's talk about the kitchen.
That's Councilmember Farmer's
more
favorite
about the
spot.
kitchen.
The kitchen. The
Kitchen.
kitchen is a supersized, large kitchen. It has commercial appliances in it. It has a suppression
Sub-Zero,
system.
Viking.
Is it? I just want to come eat.
Maybe we can have you up one night when we get open.
Oh, I think so.
All right.
I talked about it the day we did the groundbreaking. I said
We can
it would
do that.
change the culinary landscape here.
It will. Some of the best meals I've had have been in the firehouse.
I agree.
They know how to cook, that's for sure.
For sure. And then meeting rooms, you have a large conference or meeting room that the folks can.
Yes, we have what we call a day room off the kitchen. It's a meeting room for them to train and
Okay.
daily activities of what all's going on. The bunk room is a large open bunk space. It's divided by partition walls. We have an officer's quarters here, which
Wow.
is an office area. A lot of the older stations we have now at the time did not have the officer's room, and now we have officer's room so that we can
Really?
take the crew and talk to them where everybody else is not.
Well, and
sit and
there's a
listen to
lot
what's
of benefit
going
to
on.
that. You don't have to watch everything
Privacy.
right now. Yeah, I agree.
So we have that. We have an EC unit dorm here. There will be an EC assigned to this, and those poor people, they're up 24/7 when they're here. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
So they take advantage of their downtime to rest for a lot of
So
the
it's
night's
separated
activities.
out though.
It's separated out. It's in the middle of the building, away from everyone else.
Okay.
So that they can be undisturbed
I
when they
like
do
all
get
the
a minute
thought
here.
process.
Or not disturb everyone else who is sleeping, because
Yeah.
I think number 2 EC unit is one of the busiest in town.
It is, and it's. I rode that truck for a while, and it's what they call the night train. They're up all night long, so
The night train.
they're up a
love
lot at night. So during the day, they get some time to relax.
Well, it sounds like you planned that out, so
It
that should be something that really works out well.
It was the design process was considered with that of how to get them out.
We had good design from the get-go. This was all worked out very well.
Now, I know when we designed it, speaking of design, we can actually have expansion on this in the future
We
if we
can.
needed to.
Both ends of the station are available to expand over time if the station needs to expand. The needs of the city and the department are growing. Our population's growing,
Yes.
our run volume's
Yes.
growing, and we continually need apparatus and places to house those, so we can expand out the ends of the station to add for that.
Well, I know we have one of the best fire departments in the country, the best trained in the state for sure. I know Chief Chilton's done a good job of getting out in the community and making sure the community is part of your all's daily life,
Yeah.
not just staying in the station. You all have done a good job of getting out to neighborhood meetings, so we do appreciate all the work that you all have done in that aspect in the last couple of years. I think this station will go a long way, especially for the Eastland area, to add
yeah.
to that community experience. Now, speaking of community, Councilmember Farmer and I get asked this a lot. When do you turn on your sirens when you leave here?
Oh,
will
okay.
you go out blaring, or do you wait till you get to New Circle Road? Because we do have a daycare right here behind us.
Oh, there is a daycare.
And nap time, I mean,
that's
how does that
hilarious.
policy work
Well, I'll tell
usually?
you how it really works. It depends on how old the officer is that's blowing the siren. The old guys will not blow it till they get out and they have to blow it. The new guys will blow it
Go, baby,
a little
go.
quicker.
Trigger happy.
But when we
That's
run into
hilarious.
situations where we need to be not so happy on the siren, we address that with the crews. And they don't blow it unless they have to. They get out in traffic and they need to blow the siren.
Well, they do a good job, especially over at Maple Leaf Station.
Yes.
I
I
know
was thinking
that.
about Woodland. Pull down in Woodland. Oh my gosh.
And Woodland.
People everywhere.
The downtown area.
Oh yeah.
Well, Chief, thank you for being
Yes,
with
sir.
us
Thank
today.
you for
Great job,
having me.
man.
We thoroughly enjoyed
I
the sneak
appreciate
I look
it.
forward
preview.
to seeing you back out
We
here.
will have a meal out here once we get
Just,
open, all right?
I'll bring something to it, but I'm coming for sure.
And I think we're going to go visit the kitchen maybe.
Yes,
and
sir.
that way Councilmember Farmer can see exactly
See
where
where
the
he's gonna be eating.
where
Where
the
it's
meal's
coming
going to
from.
take place.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.